my lovelies. It's me, author Alexandria Infante. So I'm coming to you this way because my phone is acting stupid. And I just literally bought that phone this year too, and it's acting dumb, but then I guess it doesn't like to be dropped either. So I'm coming to you on my computer. And so the videos that I'm going to be uploading, I will probably have to do them this way until I figure out what the frick is wrong with my phone. So, um, thank you so much for your questions. I'm so inspired by them. Keep sending them because they encourage us. Minnie and I, we get the emails, and it used to be Jen too, but Jen got a job for Disney, so she's really busy all the time now. But we love her. Um, and so basically it's very heartening when we get the questions from you guys. So now a reader asked me, heard me say that I wasn't writing contemporary romance anymore, and she was very concerned because the Chefs Like It Hot series has one more book to go. And so with me saying that I'm not going to do contemporary romance anymore, she was like, "Well, wait, what's going to happen with the characters? What's up with that book?" And so, and then she asked me why I wasn't writing contemporary romance anymore. Um, I'm not. I write contemporary romance, but I don't write the angsty stuff. You know, the real meaty stuff that people want. I pretty much write romantic comedy. Perfect example in my book, Okay, So I Love You, play on the British you. Um, she's stood up on a date and she's at a bar and she's having a drink because she's like annoyed with men and the whole prospect of dating. And this really handsome guy walks up to her and he buys her a drink, and then asks her to marry him, and she's like, pretty much thinks he's bat you know what crazy, because she's like, how do you randomly walk up to some woman in a bar and say, will you marry me? And basically he's a trust fund baby, and so he needs a wife. And so I try to write comedy like that for contemporary romance. I try to be light, and I like it that way. Well, I've gotten several reviews where um, the person would talk trash about me instead of like the character, or they would rip the book to shreds and be like, where's the plot, where's this, where's that. And for the contemporary romance that I write, there is no plot like that. You know, it's pretty much a feel good. I try to be funny, and normally the angst is like he needed a wife because um his parents left him a trust fund, but his mom figured he would never settle down and get married. He would always be that playboy. So in order to get his inheritance at 35, he has to have a wife. And so basically that's the plot of the book, him trying to convince her to marry him, and then actually falling in love with her, and then her thinking, oh well, this is just a marriage of convenience, so whatever I'm feeling, it probably doesn't work in this relationship. So that's the type of contemporary romance that I write. Or um Arlie, which is my middle name, by the way, she's an antiques dealer, and they send her to Scotland to restore one of their like wealthiest clients' antiques. And so he leaves her stranded at the airport for like 8 hours. And so, of course, she's hot by the time she finally gets a taxi to take her to where he lives, and then he completely forgot about her. And so he's like, oh my God, I didn't know you were coming today. And she's so, that's the type of contemporary romance I write. Or a book author who sees a hitman, and she stupidly follows him because she feels like, oh hey, here's a story I can write, and then she wants to pretty much taking her life into her own hands. So that's the type of contemporary I write. I write contemporary under Alexandria Infante, but I just, for the last like 3-4 years, I just haven't felt like writing it because It's like readers don't always realize that their words sting. They sting very hard. And to keep going in this industry, you have to be able to brush it off and, you know, do your thing and keep going. But when someone writes a review like, why did she need to make this character seem black? She's not black, so why would she do that? And those type of things like that have to do with race, and they don't belong in the book world like that. And so or you tried but you missed, you not black, so just stop. um those type of reviews are very hurtful. And so I mean, I'm Creole, Puerto Rican. I got black blood. So whether you want to accept that or not, that's whatever. But um, it's very heartening as an author and it hurts. So I just decided that I wouldn't write any more contemporary romance. So now I do write dark romance. That's fun. And the dark romance readers are so open. They just, if your book is good, they don't care about race. They don't care about any of that. They just love the story. And it's always a jerk or a butthole who's the main character. So I write a contemporary dark romance series called the Concilium Crime Syndicate. And basically, the series revolves around blood ties, something that I made up, which basically means that you can have a blood tie for money, sex, or what's owed to you. And so in the first book, um, Selena Delgado, Selena Escobedo, she her father is like the king of a specific crime syndicate, but she stayed away from it her entire life. She hates him. She doesn't want to have anything to do with him. Her mom died when she was 16. It's a dark romance. So her mom committed suicide because she couldn't get out of that life. The only way out of this life is a bullet, blood in, blood out. So she, the mom couldn't take it, so she killed herself. Basically, I don't even know if I should be saying that on this channel because I don't want to trigger anyone. Um, but anyway, she did what she did, and now she basically is trying to stay away from that entire thing. Well, the dad clips $250 million, and 3 million, like $250 worth of these gun, that kind of stuff, bad stuff. And then he steals $3 million on top of it from a Russian Bratva crime lord. And so now he sees her as his blood tie. So basically, I left the contemporary. I won't be writing it anymore. Although for the readers, I will try to finish those books. There needs to be an ending to Grave Reviews, which is the suspense contemporary romance that I write. So there will be a final book for Grave Reviews. There will be a final book for Chefs Like It Hot. There'll be a final book for um Fortune Favors the Bowl. It'll only be 2 books because when I do Aiden, I'm not writing anymore of that series. And then when I do Chefs Like It Hot 3, um basically when they find Kellen, I won't be writing that series anymore. And then Grave Reviews, the last one will be Jennifer. I'm actually gonna stick Jennifer and Samuel in the same book, so you get all of the characters at one time. It's a suspense romance as well, and it centers around see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, but I use the Japanese version of it, so it's also walk no evil path. And so we've already gotten see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, walk no evil path. So now we need to catch the killer and be done with that. So I'm going to stick those two together in the last book. So I'll be done with that. So I'll clean up all the series for you because I was in this Facebook post and these readers were going off and saying that, like, one reader even said that she finds us disrespectful and trash when we don't finish a series. And I was just like, whoa, that's like really harsh because people have lives as well. Authors are people too, and they literally have things to do every day too. So I was shocked that she said she finds us trash and disrespectful if we don't finish a series. And they stated that they will not read a series like out of a poll of like 170 people who went onto this post that I posted. 95% of them said they will not read a series if the series isn't finished, and um they don't respect the author, and they think that the author is either lazy or they're just trying to get money. And I was like, wow, is this what today is? So, but anyway, so I won't leave you hanging. I will finish those series. You can look for them next year because I'm not going to touch them this year. And the beginning, and they'll probably come out somewhere near the end of the year because I am going to finish Zen. I've been basically promising Christine that book for it's been 5 years now, I believe. I just don't have an ending for it, and so I'm gonna seriously think of that. But you can check tomorrow for the historical romance update as well because I won't be after I write Zen. I'm going to clean up the rest of those series as well, finish that last book, and I won't be doing that either. I am going to strictly concentrate myself on paranormal because I just feel like paranormal readers are a bit more giving, a bit more forgiving, and as long as it's a good story, um, they don't rip you to shreds. Although I can't say that those readers who said that authors are trash, I just realized that they were paranormal readers. So I haven't experienced any paranormal reviews like that. Like no one said anything about, my race or what I write or anything like that in the paranormal genre. That happens in the contemporary. I've never had that in the historical either. And I've been writing historical for as long as because my second book was a historical called Alad's Trousers. And the Teaching Between Midnight and Dawn, Ariana's Legend came out first. Oh, and by the way, in that video, that's an old cover. I just put it up there because I wanted you guys to see what the first book looked like. It was terrible. But anyway, and so the first two books that I wrote were the Teaching Between Midnight and Dawn was first, and then Alad's Trousers was second. So I've been writing historical as long as I've been writing paranormal. And then the contemporary came later, and then so did the dark romance and the YA. I actually wrote the YA because my son was like, "Mom, have you ever thought about writing YA?" And I was like, "No, it's too restrictive. I don't want to write that. I have to remember not to say a bad word or not to say something sexual or whatever." And my son was like, "Have you read The Last Twilight?" And I was like, "What?" And at the time, my munchkin, my little one, she was like 16 at the time, and she just sent him a dirty look like, and I was like, "What are you reading? What is in that book? Give me that book!" And she was just like, she was mouthing, because he literally got her busted. I had no clue that they were like bed breaking and all that kind of stuff in The Last Twilight. I was like, what? Because I've never read the series. I mean, I watched the first one. It was too campy and too teeny boppy for me, so I couldn't deal with it. But anyway, so that's just a little update on contemporary. I promise that I will get finish those series next year. Not this year, next year, and more than likely, just as an update and a disclaimer, it probably won't be until somewhere around this time next year because um, I'm going to finish that historical romance book. I'm gonna try my hardest, Christine. And then I've got some other stuff that's in the works, and it's just I have to pretty much put my heart back into contemporary to finish those books, because every time I go to finish them, I just feel really dejected. Like, why am I even doing it? Um, and it's not, and it has nothing, like one reader said, oh, well, authors do that so they can get more money. No, it doesn't have anything to do with money. It has to do with readers. And readers say things sometimes that they would never say to someone on the street, especially not over in New York, um, or LA. You wouldn't be saying that kind of stuff to people on the street to their face. And so a lot of people think because you could be a keyboard warrior nowadays, that you can just say whatever you want to say. And readers forget that we're people too. We have feelings. Yes, we try to have that armadillo skin, but it still hurts. So I just really feel dejected where contemporary romance is concerned. So I don't see myself writing it anymore. But I will definitely try my hardest to finish those series for some of our old readers and viewer subscribers who have been following me for like forever. You guys are the ones that read those series, and anyone who might have picked up any of the books through the book funnel or the gift freebies, or you just went on Amazon.com and found something by me that you liked, and it's a contemporary, and it might be a series. I will try my hardest to finish those books by the end of next year. Um, and that's pretty much it. If you guys want to watch the historical one, it'll be up tomorrow. Me explaining why I won't be, like, my full on true reasons why I won't be writing historical, and then the paranormal as well. I'm trying to get these videos back up. They were all on the channel to begin with. And then I completely flushed the channel. I took I think I had like 100 and maybe 150, 200 videos. And so I'm flushing the channel. And so I'm taking out all the old stuff that's like been there for like forever. Cause like, I think the paranormal one says that, I write 65 books. That is so long ago. So I'm going to do an updated paranormal as well as an updated historical. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for your questions. Please keep them coming. We love to hear from you, because if I don't get them, Minnie gets them and then she forwards them to my personal email. So, because the Multicultural Romance Latina, that's our book email. So if I don't check the Multicultural Romance Latina, then she'll send them your comments and questions and reviews or whatever to my personal email. And then you can look for me on Facebook too. The newsletter has all of my links if you want to check me out, find me other spots. It's all there besides YouTube, Facebook, uh, Instagram, Twitter, all of that. It's in the newsletter. Thanks, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. And unfortunately, it's going to have to be like this because my stupid phone is just, I don't even know what's wrong with it. It's just messed up. But, so I'm going to have to do the videos like this. No catchy gifs, no none of that until I find a video program for my computer, which is what I will spend tomorrow doing. So, bye, guys. Thanks so much. Love you. Bye.